So let's talk about the light for a minute. The light, if we define it what it really is, it's the divine creative energy. The divine creative energy that brought everything into being. I mean, scientists agree that there was a little fireball of compressed energy that went poof, and the universe was created. Talk about a miracle. That was cool, just out of light. And David Bohm, a physicist, says light is everywhere. Everything, everywhere. All matter is frozen light. All matter is frozen light. And we know that Jesus said, we are the light. We are the light. Everything's created out of this light. And we get to experience and get to know it and see what it's here for. Meister Eckhart, our beautiful mystic Meister Eckhart said, set in each soul there is a spark of divine light, an imprint of divine nature. That's the God in us, an imprint of divine nature. It is a simple power that knows God. That's in all of us all the time, everywhere, and that is the light that wants to express through us. It's always available. This light that created everything and is in everything, everywhere, all the time, cannot be extinguished, but it can be obscured. It's been said that we are the candle of God because we are the way that spirit, life, God expresses itself. The trick is you and I have a little rheostat within us, and we can decide how much light we're going to express or not. Light, the light that's within us is our intuition, our imagination, our realization, our awareness, our love, our goodness, our peace, our harmony, etc., the goodness that's there. And we decide how much we're going to express it because it's our beliefs and our thoughts and our words and our actions that bring forth the light or the lack of light in our lives. In our philosophy, Ernest Holmes says we have absolutely no place in our philosophy for coldness, criticism, or unkindness. No place for it. Those are things that diminish the light within us. Think about it. When you meet someone who is cold, critical, unkind, what does it do? It hurts. It doesn't feel good. But when you meet or when you act out of that place of love and kindness and let that light of goodness shine, then it feels really good. Then we're moving towards something bigger and greater. And that's the light, because the light holds in the truth that there's many paths, but there's only one light. Our friend Rumi, my buddy Rumi, said, there are many different lamps, but only one light. And that's the truth, because the light infuses us all with unique ways to be, unique ways to show ourselves and to show up in the world through our prayers, through our speech, through our connections, whatever it is, different ways to be. So we are here to be the light, to show the light. But I don't want to sound like a spiritual bypasser who just says, we're here to be the light and that's all, and if you don't do the light, then you're in trouble. Because Jesus said, if you aren't sharing the good qualities I just talked about, then it's a sin. It's a mistake. You're missing the mark. Well, that's true, except what the light we know is a light that has to know the darkness, because darkness and light are part of this human experience. I want to share with you a quote by Carl Jung, which I really enjoyed. I think it says it really well. He says, in order to know the light, we must experience the darkness. And he said, as far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. So the point is, we are here to, of course, know the light, find the light, go within, express it, and find it out there, but also learn from our experiences. We're not just here to be good. And I'm going to read you a poem about that. Mary Oliver has a poem called Wild Geese. And she said, you do not have to be good. And what a relief that was to me. You know, thank goodness. I tried too much of my life to be the good girl, and it doesn't work because life is messy. And if we're here to be creative or find out about life, we're going to be messy. But we have to have that goal that keeps us headed towards the light. So here's what she continues. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. And I mean, you can look at that as addictions, or you can look at it as the love of spirit within us that wants to express. And it expresses through our body, through our feelings. We have to be aware and awake and open to let that love come out. And she continues by saying, tell me about your despair, and I'll tell you about mine. She knows this life is hard. It's difficult. We get into the rough spots. We're lonely, we're depressed, we're sad. And then she says, meanwhile, the world goes on. So no matter what's happening in our lives, there's something greater at work, a bigger possibility, something more that's at work. So we have to know the both and of this life, the both and. She says, meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and rivers. And meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely you are, the world offers itself to your imagination. So no matter what's going on, there's something in us there's that little place, that power in us that knows God, that knows creativity, that knows goodness. Not to be good, goodness and love. Knows that. It's in us right now. And she finishes it that says, whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. We all belong together. Whatever path we're on, whatever road we're taking, we have this connection that we come from the same source and we're all going the same place. We're headed to the light, to the love, to the oneness, to what we call, whatever way you call it, God, spirit, creative intelligence, it doesn't matter. We're headed there. That once we get there, we're free from the bondage of duality. We're free from the bondage of duality, and we continue creating and being eternally. You know, the light really is awakened within us in our consciousness. When we expand our conscious, we become more spiritual. We understand things better about the bigness of life and the way it works. Then the light comes through us more easily and effortlessly. And that's our goal, to be that, do that, and know that. Now, if we're all going home to this place we call oneness, we call God, how do we know we're on the right path or the wrong path? There's an internal compass in us, and it would be that same little power in there, that same divine nature in us that's always there to guide us, always there to guide us. We need to be able to turn within and shut out the noise, the busyness, the chaotic life and the distractions, and take time to go within, because it's always there. And it will guide us to tell us if we're, that place within us always points north. That internal compass is always north towards love. Doesn't matter, it's always going there. And what we need to do, well, here's what, I love it. C.S. Lewis says, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one's looking. Eric Butterworth says, when you don't know what to do, do the loving thing. Our internal compass is tuned through stillness. Really, really, really taking time to hear that voice within. It's always there. It speaks to the language of feeling and then comes into the words, because feeling is the universal language that Spirit speaks to everyone. In that feeling and knowing, is this right for me? Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? It's there. The answer's there now. It might not come immediately, but be preparing the way for it. And it also comes from a thoughts of discernment when we're really able to monitor ourselves, to say, is what I'm doing expanding love in the world? Or have I turned my rheostat down? Is there something I need to learn and know? It'll always tell you where north is. And the last thing that will tune your internal compass is integrity. And that's having the courage to not be perfect all the time and not be your complete self all the time, but to live, because we're here to live. Isn't that what Howard Thurman says? Is we're not here to do this, we're here to be alive, because the world needs people that are alive and living and growing and learning, and that's our responsibility, to bring things together in ourselves and with each other, for sure, for sure. Every life sees reflections of light, but they see them differently. We talk a lot about diversity and how we're all moving together towards that place of oneness. Jesus saw the light as the kingdom within. Buddha taught the light as the path to enlightenment. Wake up, be aware. The light, follow the light, the path to enlightenment. The Sufis speak of the union with the beloved, finding time through dancing. They did a lot of dancing to let go of their little selves to be connected to a greater self. And it's a challenge for us, but that's what we are here to do also. If we want, we are many streams flowing back into the one ocean. So I want to think for a moment, take a moment and ask, how good are you at finding the stillness in your life? Not the denial or detachment or shutting down, but really finding the stillness within. I want to do that right now, just as a practice. So you know what I always say, just untangle yourself, be a clear channel, put your feet on the ground, uncross your arms, so you're full and available. And I'm going to ask you just to close your eyes. We'll do this together, just a short little experience. And feel the light within your heart right now. It's there. Let it glow. Let it expand. Turn the rheostat up. Let the warmth and the light and the love just fill your being, so you can feel it in every part of your self. It's just there, and it's awakened. It's in tune. And allow that light to flow from you, to connect with the greater good, connect with the other people and seekers, and to connect with every living being. Feel inside of this bigness, this openness, this availability, there is that living compass, that internal compass within you that will guide you every moment. When you listen to it and ask it and hear it, it's there. You are always guided, always connected when you turn in within and light that wick of your inner candle. Ask right now, and do this during this week, when you're faced with a choice or you're faced with one right now, ask, what does the light within me say? What does the light within me want for me to know right now? What does my internal compass, where does my internal compass point? In the present state of my being, and being honest, where does the internal compass point? What is it? Where is it? How do I need to adjust? What do I need to do? How do I need to grow? And then, of course, give thanks for that beautiful, beautiful light within. Take a nice, deep breath. Know that light is available right now, and it's available at any time. You just turn it up, turn it on, and be it. Our affirmations today, well, we'll do those in a minute. I have a little story I want to tell you. Because in these times in our world, we're here on purpose. We're here to help weave life back together. It's a call. It's a responsibility. You know, one thing that I keep in my mind all the time, how you know that those certain little phrases stay with you. Joseph Campbell says, the purpose of our journey. And here's a man who's traveled the earth, the world, and he's been in all these cultures, he's met all these people, he's studied all the life journeys, the hero's journey, he's done it all. And he said the purpose of this journey of life is compassion. That's what it is, and that's what we are here to do. Yes, we trip. Yes, we fall. Yes, we forget. Yes, we judge. Yes, we criticize. Yes, we do all those naughty things. But compassion is within us, and it wants to be revealed. It can be simple as sharing a smile, telling someone they matter, being there. It doesn't matter if you know the person, you're in the grocery line, or if it's a dear friend that just needs a hug. It's time that we get together and do this. You know, there's a saying, what's in this for me? And that's part of our little self. And it's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, a little young learning. We grow into a greater understanding what's for the greater good. But there were these candles, and it was a group of candles. And they were standing outside of a building, a pretty big building that was very dark and a little bit scary. And the candles, all different, you know, some were tall and thin, and some were a little short and squatty, and they were all different candles. But they were all there, excited, thinking maybe they could go in and bring light to that dark hall, that dark room there. And they all got in line. They behaved well. They got in line, and the blue candle went in first. And he was surprised because he said, oh. He said, how can this be? There's already a glow in this room. No candle has entered before me, and he didn't get it. But he was a good boy, and he lit his wick. That's a tongue twister. He lit his wick, and he shared his light with the room. And then the next candle went in, and the next, and they all felt the same thing. Well, why is there light in here? I thought, I didn't think there would be. I thought I was going to be the one to light the light. And finally, when they all got in there, one candle had the brave question to say, well, who is it that brought the light? And the red candle said, I didn't. The blue one said, I didn't. The gold one said, I didn't. But finally, an old, wise candle that was very, very low from being melted for so many years said, the light was always here. We don't bring it, we join it. The light is always here. We don't bring it, we join it. We join it and join the possibilities. We join the light. We recognize the light in others as we recognize it in ourselves. So here's just a few little affirmations I'd like us to close with today, so we can really be the shining candles, the bright candles, and we can join together to light the world and not think we have to do it all by ourselves. I walk my path with joy. I shine my light with love. I know my goodness unites all beings. And I know my purpose is compassion. Thank you for being part of this good that we're unfolding. Thank you for being part of caring enough to show up, to be here, to put your shoes on, to walk in, and be part of a community that really truly wants to do something that makes a difference. And by joining together, all of us, we are making a difference. So I just want you to close, as I pray this out this morning, let's just join together in the deep knowing that right where we are, there is the light of creativity, the light of goodness, the light of possibility that's awakened in all of us by joining together in this moment to know a greater truth, to find a bigger love, a larger light, that we shine for each other, to reflect the knowing that we matter, we make a difference. We have the ability to be a blessing to life and to accept the blessings that are bestowed on us. It is together we say how good it is and how we want our light to shine with the other lights, to be a knowing that we are cared for, We are loved. We are community. And so it is.